Hi, I'm Jasmine Forth and this is my final Viva presentation on my product Serenity, the smart mood lamp that manages youth mental health through a smart sensor and a selection of discreet ways to wear. According to the Teen Mental Health Organisation, in 2019, 1 in 5 young people around the world was suffering from some sort of mental illness. A product is needed that will not only help prevent the onset of mental illness, but encourage young people to get help and speak out if they are struggling. My aim was to design a product/aid that will help reduce the onset of mental illness in young people through increased awareness and further education on coping mechanisms in order to continue a successful and productive society in the future. The key direction of the project were to produce something that was educational and would teach young people about mental health. Personal, it would be a small and portable product available in a selection of colours to make it more personal to the user. Parental, a product parents would want to buy for their children to invest in their mental and emotional well-being. And promotional, a product that would spread awareness around the topic of mental health. The aim of this project was to produce a portable, discrete object for secondary school pupils aged 11 to 16 that aims to reduce the onset of mental health issues by allowing them to understand what they are, how to combat them, and how to cope better at home during their education. The end product should be desired by the user for its fun and quirky design, whilst being purchased by the target market, which is parents of 11 to 16-year-olds, through its functions and capabilities of improving and monitoring the mental health of their young teenagers throughout the day. The products must be durable as well as desirable and discreet, so it does not draw attention to the user or its function, as my research has shown that this could adversely affect their mental health. The product will be mass-produced and to be cost-effective to help as many young people as possible. I knew initially that I wanted to create a range of interchangeable wearables to encase a sensor that monitored mental health in some way. I researched discrete everyday objects and settled on a watch, wristband and a pendant that can be used as a keyring or a necklace, and a clip-on case for the pockets. In order to achieve the poppable removal of the sensor for each wearable, I began to experiment with silicone as well as coloured pigments to achieve a fun, personalised aspects I set out within my brief. One of the key areas of interest to me as a designer is non-verbal communication and how to create a product that allows individuals to interact without language. Serenity is a smart mood lamp that uses coloured light to help combat feelings of anxiety and stress a young person will experience throughout their adolescence. This is achieved through wearing a sensor throughout the day in one of the discrete wearables. The data collected can be monitored and explored through the Serenity app, which offers many features to better aid anxiety and allows for parental monitoring. The collection consists of a hub, the app, the wearables and the sensor. Simply wear the sensor, remove it at the end of the day and place it within the hub to wirelessly recharge and relax in the soothing colourful light being emitted. The collection. At the end of the day, remove the sensor from your wearable and place it within the hub. The dock wirelessly recharges the sensor ready for the following day, as well as reading and processing the data collected to produce soothing colourful lights that counteract the day's worries. The hub is made up of a stiff K4 silicone to 1. Protect the inner electrical components and 2. For its translucent properties. The base is constructed of ABS to hold the inner components. Colours projected include yellow for optimism, purple for relaxation, blue for calmness, and red to stimulate conversations about the day's experiences with a parent. The sensor case is comprised of a toughened, tempered glass outer shell for wirelessly recharging. The inner chrome-coated ABS plastic layer is for protection and aesthetics. The day's anxiety and interaction data is collected by the ambient co-processing chip within. The sensor is powered by a 205 mAh battery that holds 48 hours of power and can fully recharge within just 2.5 hours. The watch body is constructed from one extrusion of T20 silicone with pigment added. It functions using a pin to select the watch strap length inspired by the Apple Watch. Every wearable within the range is available in black, blue, red, pink and white. The wristband is also constructed of T20 silicone. All of the wearables are designed to be discreet and unrecognisable as a mental health tracker. It can be worn both inside of the wrist to appear as a hair bubble or bracelet and on the outside to appear as a fitness tracker. The pendant is also constructed of T20 silicone and comes with both a chain and split ring, so can be worn as a necklace or a keyring. The clip is designed to be worn however is comfortable, for example on a trouser pocket or an inner blazer pocket at school. The body is constructed of T20 silicone and the clip bodies are constructed of 304 stainless steel with a chrome coating to match the rest of the hardware within the range. The Serenity app is designed for both the user and the parents. The light section allows you to learn about the colours of light your Serenity mood lamp is producing and how they aid you. The sensor allows you to monitor your sensor's battery levels, track your sensor on the map in case you lose it, or so your parents know where you are. The calendar section can be used to input upcoming anxiety-provoking events such as tests. Your Serenity mood lamp can then preemptively aid you. Utilise the blog section to learn about managing anxiety and speak confidentially to professionals. Manufacture. The K4 and T20 silicon parts, including the wearables and hub outer body, and the ABS parts, including the sensor inner layer and hub base, will be injection moulded. Any chrome ABS parts, including the sensor inner layer, will be vacuum metallised in order to achieve the same aesthetics amongst any hardware within the range. All metal parts created from the 304 stainless steel, including the watch pin, clip body parts, will be manufactured by high-pressure die casting. These metal parts will then be electroplated in order to achieve the consistent chrome appearance within the range. The outer toughened glass layer on the sensor, required for the wireless charging and data transfer, will be manufactured via mechanical glass blowing. Manufacture and retailing. In total, the cost of the materials and manufacturing costs come to around £53 per unit. With a 70% profit margin to accommodate for retailing markups, this brings the price per unit to £176.66. In order to standardise this price ready for retail, the finished product in store will have an RRP of £175.99. This product and all of its parts are designed to be produced in batches due to the packaged product being sold with colour variations. Therefore, the cost per unit will decrease over time as batches are produced and the moulds required will only need to be produced once. This will result in a higher profit margin over time. Next steps. What would I like to achieve next to continue the development of this project based on what I've learnt so far? I would like to explore more ways of wearing the objects, perhaps through expansion packs. I'd like to look into different materials such as metal to make the product more sophisticated and so that it can grow with age. Perhaps it could be used by an older demographic. I'd like to visit secondary schools to gain an insight from 11 to 16-year-olds on the colour choices and shapes once lockdown allows. I'd like to do more testing of my chosen materials within the workshops once lockdown lifts. For example, I was never able to test the hub mould and the translucent properties of K4 silicon. Testing is needed to be done to figure out how much pigment is required to get the perfect opacity. I am very aware that this product is not accessible to all through the higher end price tag. It would be beneficial if the product worked for free for young people wanting to support their own mental health. This could be achieved through developing the app. I have been Jasmine and thank you for listening to my final Viva presentation.